This your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video. Now we have to talk about this, man, because the Cleveland Brown media is still pushing this narrative about Todd Monkin maybe wanting to move on in another direction from Shedeur Sanders. Some even going as far as saying Todd Monkin won't even be the coach in 2027. Now, we know Todd Monkin made it his business to meet with Shedeur the day after he made it to Cleveland, if not the day of. We don't really know the whole timeline 100% when Shedeur and Todd Monkin had their little moment where he said, we tried to draft your ass, and shook him up and gave him a hug. Now, with that being said, I believe Todd Monkin made it very clear to the media and to everyone in Cleveland who his quarterback is. He ain't shying away from it. He seemed like a very straightforward coach. Time and time again, we seeing these people in the media paint this different narrative that Todd Monkin ain't feeling Shedeur, which I don't even know how we got here, because there has not been any inkling from my knowledge that what I seen online kind of going to the fact that Todd Monkin don't like Shedeur Sanders. I believe all of these stories and headlines is a false narrative that being put out by the Cleveland media and painting Shedeur as a villain or some sort, kind of trying to take on the legs that they had last year. Now, we know Shedeur has been very quiet, ain't said a bunch his whole time being in Cleveland. You know, he ain't really said nothing crazy because that ain't in his character to say anything crazy or say anything out of the context that could hurt him or the Sanders brand. Now, I wanted to pull up something online, kind of all of the moments that Todd Monkin has had speaking about Shedeur, proving to y'all that he ain't said nothing bad. So this is from February 3rd, his press conference, right? He talks about Shedeur, talks about how excited he is. And we finna go down this timeline. Let's listen to this.
Well, I think like any position on the team, that's still to be determined. Am I excited about Shedeur? Am I excited about all the quarterbacks in the room? Am I excited to coach this football team? Absolutely. I can't wait for them to get back and for us to get started. When you talk about...
Now, that was back in February. Now, here's another clip from January.
When you hear what the players say about your quarterback, and when they say about complimentary things about that player in terms of wanting him as a teammate, wanting him to lead this team, those are positives when you're talking about, okay, our success. I do think that...
Now, that was Todd Monkin speaking about the Baltimore Ravens. But wait. There's more clips of Todd Monkin speaking highly about Shedeur Sanders. This is even Shedeur speaking about Todd Monkin, bro. There is no issue whatsoever with him.
How much did you learn being thrown into the position you were in, starting? What did you learn in that process?
I think overall it helped me get to myself quicker. I think I'm almost there. I think I'm almost back myself fully, emotionally, mentally, and physically. So I'm just excited to be around the game, to be around these great players, and that I was able to be selected to be here.
You know, 8 games played, 7 starts. Where did you see yourself improve as the season went along?
I would say mentally, just sticking through it, through everything, emotions, like all that type of stuff.
One of the bigger things is that now you go into an off season, you got a new head coach in Todd Monkin, and we've seen the interaction between you two, and he was on that ball.
He cool.
How was that first conversation sitting down with him?
You heard him. He said he cool, nothing but smiles, because he knows something we don't.
Nah, I'm excited.
What's your vision?
I told him, like, I'm not going to tell you that, too. I ain't going to tell you that, too. But yeah. I'm just, like, truthfully excited and ready to work. I went back home to see him, and then I just got out here, so I'll catch him very soon.
Now, that was Shedeur during the Pro Bowl weekend. But wait, there is more of Todd Monkin speaking about Shedeur Sanders. And I'm telling you right now, the narratives that is being painted, oh, we can't forget about this. This lady right here tried to stonewall Shedeur, and he played it like a G.
Have you talked to Todd Monkin?
Yeah.
You have?
Coach Monken's, he's real cool.
Tell me about that.
It was cool. We had a brief interaction, honestly, but I know the fact that I have this mindset that I'm in and this mind frame that I'm in, I'm able to handle pretty much anything, you know. So I'm just thankful to be here. You know, I'm thankful to have Coach Monken, being able to connect with him and get his perspective of ball and see how he sees the game. So I want to do everything I want to do the same, but I want to take it a little deeper. I want to go with more depth.
He's reportedly said this morning that your role is to be determined. What?
Say it one more time.
Todd Monkin said this morning that your role is to TBD, to be determined.
Mm-hmm.
What's your reaction to that? What does that mean to you when you hear that?
I mean, that's what's expected. You know, that's what's expected. I think each and every day I have to prove to everybody and to myself also. So it's kind of like having goals and accomplishing those goals, whether it's small goals, and the small goals will end up to long-term success. So it's kind of like just hit your landmarks on what you need to do. Focus more in depth on everything on what you want to, and just be in control of your life and what you can control.
So this is Shedeur telling the world he is not unaware of the competition that has been laid out by Todd Monkin and the Cleveland Browns. He know he in the quarterback competition. He don't care, and we got to close it out with this interaction right here, bringing us back to the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, young man.
How you doing? Welcome back to the States.
How we doing, man? Good. Yeah, we tried to draft your ass last year. It's all worked out.
Yeah.
You remember that, right?
Yeah, that's what I was about to tell you.
Someday we'll get a chance to talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, sit down.
Well, going in.
Now, that was the first interaction between Todd Monkin and Shedeur Sanders. As you guys can see, I laid it out for you. There's no issues there. Shedeur is not unaware that he has to compete for his position. And quite frankly, I think he's going to beat out Deshaun Watson. At the end of the day, we all just got to wait and see, man. Let me know y'all thoughts down in the comment section. Right now, keep them bills on. I will be back with more content. And until next time, man, shake the haters off. I'm out of here. Peace out.